we do have a comment. Good morning, Stephanie. This is a prime example of some of the issues I've been having with YouTube. But I love YouTube, and but sometimes it can get dicey. These are from Stephanie from Grove's Bargain Effect, but Emporium. I don't know why I keep saying effect. Emporium, Grove's Bargain Emporium. So here we have some dice sticker. But anyway, what happens is I'm having to fight YouTube when I go to schedule things. And it puts the scheduling on the next day at midnight instead of what I've entered. So I look and I see that it's scheduled for midnight, that very night. And I go to change it, and I press all the buttons to change it to when I want it there. And it again adjusts it back to midnight. So I had several videos this morning that aired that were supposed to air at different times, and my live ended up being scheduled at the wrong time. So sometimes I have to change that and adjust it 5 or 6 times. Sometimes I give up and I put it on private because after I upload it, then I edit it and change it. I got this a lot from Stephanie, and I did a 3-part unboxing on this. She sent this container as just a storage thing, and there's stickers on here. But I'm going to have a Christmas in July sale. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, TJ. So good to see you here. I'm taking the sticker off of this. I'm going to have a sale on July 1st, a Christmas in July sale. I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to put it, it's going to be on Johnny K. Generates Reseller. I'm going to be one of the sellers over there for the first rapid fire round sale on July 1st. So I'm not wasting any time. But I'm not going to be one of those resellers that brings Christmas stuff in June. I might bring a couple of Thanksgiving items or fall items in June. I've got a sale on Tuesday. In fact, I need to gather my fall items, because if you can have Christmas in July, you can have Thanksgiving in June, right? If you're going to plan ahead, your Halloween and Thanksgiving items should be sold in June. If you're selling to resellers and people that plan ahead, so that everything will be said and done by then. My camera is well, it seems more like a statement, okay, than a question. I usually take questions on Tuesday, but yes, I don't know why. I think it has to do with my internet. I run the live through my Wi-Fi box, and the reason I do that is when I run my live through my phone, I end up having to push the stay connected button over and over and over and over. So if I do it on my phone, my connection is strong enough while I'm on it to have a clearer picture. But when I put it on the Wi-Fi. It's the connection's stable, but I'm pixelated more. So that's why that happens. Sometimes when after it uploads and on the replay, it actually looks better than it does while I'm live. I think YouTube corrects some of it for me, which is wonderful. But usually while I'm live, I'm more pixelated. But when I go live on a sale at Johnny Cajun Roots Reseller, or tomorrow I'm going to be on Two Old Guys Vintage and Resell. And I'm thinking about, I've been on East Coast Resellers with either Dawn Southern Finds or Yarn Again. When I go on those lives, I'm on their streaming service, either StreamYard or EBX is what Johnny's is. And I need to get with Johnny today and get some lessons on how to do a few things on EBX. I don't want to be an expert. I don't want to sign up for their service, but I want to be able to go on their lives, on Johnny's lives, or anybody else that's using EBX comfortably and being able to do what I need to do. But for those of you watching later, TJ is a drone operator, and he has 4 or 5 drones. Let me see what he's asking. Wow, questions. I need a Starlink. Well, there's a long list of things I need, TJ. A long list. But TJ has these wonderful videos where he's flying around with his drone. And I still love that racetrack when you're flying around that racetrack. But he was in an area where there were lots of signs and little houses. 10. Just as a thing to hold my thing. But there's no reason not to reuse it or sell it because, it's a nice little tin. Merry and bright. But I was on Grandma's Closet at the Classic Crap Auction, and her June edition of the Classic Crap Auction is the Pride Auction. And I was proud to be there representing Marty. Marty is non-binary, for those of you that don't know. I caught Dennis Lovelady's live on Saturday, but I missed the drone shows on Sunday. I really regret it. I love watching Chris Hope. But I don't know, TJ. Are you ever going to do a sunrise? Have you ever done that? I know sometimes Scott over in Tallahassee does that. Good morning, Road Call Cabin. So good to see you here. I had left a comment on the fish tank video, and you'd responded, and I left another one because I was wondering, if you or your wife were going to put some more fish tank videos up. Oh, I know. It probably, it's like when you enjoy a hobby and you go and you get to do it, it seems like a vacation almost. But I really love those videos, TJ. And Road Call Cabin has some wonderful videos. He occasionally will have a campfire, and he has this acreage. He owns some woods, and he's built a cabin out there with a chainsaw, and it's just lovely. And he'll, the chainsaw ASMR is, kind of relaxing for me, but fish tank videos are too. I haven't been able to watch fish tank videos lately. I'm having problems balancing my time. I'm always trying to do things at the last minute anymore. When I do lives, like this morning, I came on late. And the reason I came on late was I was uploading a video. And it seems like I have more blurriness, more connection problems when I'm uploading a video at the same time. So do I not do unboxings or Bible readings in the morning and then to upload them? And it's just uh, I'm behind on my unboxings, and right now, I've got unboxings scheduled out for 10 months now. And but when I say I'm behind on my unboxings, that means I'm surrounded by boxes that I haven't done the unboxings for. So it's not like next week or the week after or 5 months from now, there's not going to be an unboxing airing because I am not doing unboxings today. There might not be an unboxing in April of 2026 if I don't do these unboxings. So, but the Bible readings, the Sunday Bible study is, it's in a booklet. It's read, it's studied weekly, and that is recorded the same week it airs. And the same thing with the rest of my Bible readings. I could do Bible readings ahead, but I do like to, read the passage, read the footnotes, understand the passage. If there's something in there I don't understand, I try to look it up. I've got a book of parallels, Bible editions in the same book. It's just like this book is this thick, and it has 4 different versions of the Bible in it, and it'll have like a chapter or part of a chapter, and then it'll have the translations in, or versions for 3 more versions. So you get to look at how the words being changed or the interpretations of the original Hebrew or Greek changes the meaning of the passage, or if it does. And also reading it and how it's changed from one person's perspective to another about what that original Hebrew word meant also gives you insight as to the meaning of the passage a lot of times. So I like to do that, and I'll watch videos of other pastors, and if there's a famous person or famous minister, excuse me, that has done a sermon on that, sometimes I'll watch that sermon. I just got a series from my Sunday school teacher. Now, he was the pastor of the church I go to for 4 decades. I was not a member at the time that he was the pastor. He's a brilliant man. He has a PhD in theology. And so he gave all of us in a Sunday school class a printout of 4 sermons he did on evolution. These sermons were done in 1983 when there was a court case going on about evolution being taught in schools. So I'm going to ask his permission to bring those, because I think, I read the other one the other day, and it's very fascinating stuff. I have a brother. I was an atheist for over 4 decades, and I have a brother who threw in my face the other day. Good morning, Ellen. So good to see you. Ellen has a channel. Let me get this over here. Where's my salt and pepper shakers? Okay. There they are. Big hugs to you too, Ellen. Ellen has a channel where she goes live, and she does sales on her channel, and she's also a guest on other channels selling. So it's exciting to see some resellers in here. But anyway, I'm going to talk to my Sunday school teacher about putting his sermons, reading his sermons about evolution on my channel and adding my FYI opinion about it. Fascinating. But I need to get his permission, of course, to do that. I won't be making any profit from it, so I don't think he'll have a problem with that. I'm not yet monetized. If it does end up, well, I guess I just need to ask him if he would like a donation for me to do that. Because I probably won't make it because I'm not monetized yet. But if I get monetized, say 6 months after the that airs, or a month after, because I'm pretty close, then it could potentially make a little money off of, and probably be very little, off the views I get from these sermons. But there's all kinds of like Charles Spurgeon sermons on YouTube that you can look up, and he's a famous orator. So so it'd be like me reading, instead of Charles Spurgeon, reading my Sunday school teacher's sermons, and he might like that. That might be something I would do if I hit, maybe at the end of Proverbs. Once I get done with Proverbs, I could do that on a Saturday morning. Or, I could, I'm in Luke, so I've got Luke and John left. But, if I recorded it today, I could save it for the end of one of my series. Are you having any sales today? Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm getting a sticker off of this tin. This tin was sent to me just as something to hold, something I'd purchase, but it's a Christmas tin. And I'm going to be on Johnny's July 1st for Christmas in July sale. Well, I'm having a Christmas in July sale. It's the rapid fire round for July 1st. So I don't know if other sellers are going to do Christmas in July, or if it's just going to be just me. But that's going to be the theme of my sale on Johnny's. But it's not necessarily the theme for the entire sale, right? That's just me, right? So I'm hoping that I can take, there's still gunk on this from that sticker, but I'm hoping that I can take an alcohol swab and get the rest of the sticky off without damaging the paint. It's hard to tell with vintage tins whether, if you put alcohol or something else on there to get rid of the gunk. I may just try hot water only at first to clean this up. Oh man, that's really hard to get off. I really want to save this tin, and it won't be sellable if I can't get the sticker off. The struggle is real. And, like I was saying before, between watching and commenting on my friends' videos, and doing the live every morning, and doing sales now, and doing the unboxings, and doing the Bible readings, I'm having time management problems. So I'm, since it's a casual, kind of talk in the morning, I'm going to try to multitask and things I would do to get ready for sales. Um, I don't really see, if I did filming of me doing research for my Bible study, it would kind of be like a Bible study itself. So that would just be a live Bible study, which, I might consider doing on a weekend. The thing is, you get people coming in asking you uh, questions that are designed to create doubt, to destroy faith, and those types of questions I don't care for. I think it's a personal matter. If you want to be, or a personal problem, if you want to tear down other people. Oh, my thumbnail for tomorrow will be the cover of a game. It's called Ishtar. Thank you so much, Roll Call Cabin. I really like your videos. There's some people that you go and watch their videos and you're like, this is a chore. This is a chore to watch this video. I'm just doing this because this is a nice person. I want to help them out, but I don't really like their content. But I really like your content, so it's not a chore at all to watch your videos. It makes me homesick a little because I grew up in the mountains. And, I have a piece of airship property that needs to be timbered. And I'm having fantasies right now of going up there and individually having stuff made from trees, myself. But, I wouldn't be the person. I'm not the crafts person, and I'm not the timberman. I'm not, I would never pick up a chainsaw. That would be just very, very hazardous to me. I don't even deal with a little sliver of glass. I'm just very, very careful about it because I can get infections easily. I have a horrible, horrible immune system, and I have to take serious precautions. So if I don't deal with broken glass well, I'm not going to turn on a chainsaw. Although I have looked online at those little miniature ones that you can cut, small branches with and bushes, but I don't think I even going to get one of those. I just always, I took drafting and design in high school as a high school class, and then I took, I took the class mechanical drawing, and I took surveying, interestingly enough, but then I took drafting and design at the vocational center, and the year after I graduated, they got to CAD, which is computer aided drafting. But I was still using a drawing board, and I just I'm having such a problem getting this off. But anyway, I'm the, I guess, I don't want to say brains of the operation, but I'd be the one deciding what items were made, what trees were cut. I would want the trees identified, that kind of thing. And but before they're cut down, I would, have them identified and decide, what craftsmen I wanted to work with, and what items I'd want to be made from the tree. But this property's 12 hours away from me. And so doing any of this. So probably what will happen is we'll just have it straight up timbered. And but I used to have a hippie boyfriend, and we would fantasize about going up there and him having beehives and making honey and, just living off the land kind of thing. Of course, since I've said he's hippie, you all know what we were doing when we were talking about doing all this pie in the sky kind of dreaming. Actually, I should have just gone on a trip with him and taken him up there with me and had him talk to my cousin. My cousin would have hated him, though. Absolutely. My dad hated him. My dad asked him, maybe the second time they met, if he was ever going to marry me. And the answer was no, and it had profanity in it. You know, he's like, well, I love your daughter, but we're never going to have a long term relationship. And um, I absolutely respected that because I felt the same way. I mean, we were just kind of having fun, and we knew it. And, you know, it was refreshing honesty. I'll say that. I did miss him on occasion, but for the most part, our relationship was very impractical. But it was fun to be impractical for a minute in my life. A lot of fun. Well, I'm losing my nail polish. Oh dear. That's, yeah, and this is to the point where if you use chemicals, you know, you may lose integrity of the paint. I don't want to lose any letters. Oh my goodness. That means I haven't checked my blood sugar, that beeping in the background. This was originally mini round 10. Oh, okay. It was just meant for what it is. There wasn't any cookies or candy in it. But this would be certainly something you could put cookies or candy in. Maybe what I'll do is there's a little bit left here and a little bit left here. That's not quite half, well, it is. It's kind of halfway point. So I could put a sticker over here and a sticker over here and just put candy or something in this. I may try to just soak it in water too if I dry it really well. I mean, it needs to be cleaned anyway because I don't know if it's been used before. It does look very clean inside. It doesn't look like there's any rust or any sign of wear or anything like that. Little tiny dent there. So this would be good for using as packaging for gifting. I talk a lot about, well, I did a video on using napkins as gift wrap and to, you know, recycling and reusing. We use a lot of wrapping paper every year for birthdays and for Christmas and other holidays. I mean, even, you know, people sometimes give St. Patrick's Day gifts, that sort of thing. And, or just a special occasion, like we just had to, a lot of people just graduated from high school, college, even kindergarten. And, you know, we get gifts for those people. I like ordering, when I get gifts from Amazon, I like ordering those gift bags. It costs like $4 more. Okay, that's not an important notice. About $4 more. To get that cloth gift bag. In fact, I had bought Johnny a mouse pad, and I had it sent in a matching gift bag, and he just went on and on about the gift bag more than he did the gift. But him and my brother had the same birthday. Okay, that's coming off good. But I watched a video on Angie Saudacy's page, and she's changing everything on her channel. Oh, good morning, coffee cakes. Hairspray. Okay, I don't know if I have any hairspray. Hairspray is one of those things that I avoid buying because of the atmosphere. It harms the atmosphere. But I know that I wonder if it has to be the aerosol hairspray that I could use. But anyway, coffee cakes, welcome. Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to show this, and I'm going to do a short on this too. Hang on a second. Where is it? I went to Coliseum Comics yesterday. Marty plays Magic the Gathering. Marty's my adult child with autism. And they play cards, and they love it. And we go to Coliseum Comics. And I have bought comic books and geeky things before. As a matter of fact, there was a gentleman that came in the store and called us a bunch of nerds, or called the guy that was playing cards with Marty a nerd. And he's like, we're all nerds. Everyone in this store is a nerd. And I'm like, yeah, if we had our laptops out, we would be geeks. But anyway, Coliseum of Comics is a chain of comic book stores or gaming stores. And they're here in Florida. They're in Jacksonville, and they're in Orlando. Their home office is in Orlando. But they started making this coffee. I don't know where they're sourcing it from, but they're definitely bringing it into their warehouse and labeling it. And this is Cleric's Morning Resurrection coffee, which I love. It says single origin, and this is a starter edition. And they have a little button up here that you can smell the coffee. Oh my goodness. And I have a group on Facebook called Old Monday that I put a lot of coffee memes on it. Where did it go? Oh, okay. It's kind of... I haven't opened it yet. So I did a taste test this past week. I bought some Mothman coffee from the Silver Bridge Company. I had gone to Tamarack and in Beckley, West Virginia, and they have a coffee made in West Virginia and the coffee company name is Silver Bridge Coffee, and that's where the Mothman incidences happen. Some in Ohio, some in West Virginia, and so I just opened the Mothman coffee, and I'm drinking it now, and it's delicious. And it's weird. It's just like a bumped up regular coffee flavor. So it doesn't have any additional flavorings in it, but it's just delicious coffee, basic coffee. I mean, but it's beyond basic coffee. So I don't know how to describe it, but it's a very dark coffee because it's made, about a horror creature. I know that there's a coffee called Death. I haven't had Death coffee, but I love this. This is Resurrection coffee. I mean, I'm going to have to go back and get some Resurrection coffee around Holy Week next year. And sometimes I'll have sugar and cinnamon coffee flavored muffins from Trader Joe's. But oh, I know. But I'm looking forward. I mean, it smells wonderful. It smells divine because it's cleric coffee. All the years I played Dungeons and Dragons, probably the majority of my characters were clerics. I told that to one of the Magic the Gathering people yesterday, and he just rolled his eyes like, oh, okay. I don't know what the deal was. Why me playing the cleric, and a lot of people appreciated the way I played Dungeons and Dragons when I played, but being, this was mainly, like 15, 20 years ago. And I guess, sexism is still alive and well. And I was not one of those gamer girls that was there for a guy. I was not the DM's girlfriend or wife kind of person. I was there on my own because I wanted the game. I wasn't there because of some guy or because I wanted some guy, if you know what I mean. I was there to game. And, but anyway, some people appreciated me and my skills and some didn't. Some just rolled their eyes as soon as they saw, somebody at the table that was not a guy. And, I would say that had gotten better over the years. And that had gotten better over the years until about, I don't know, 12 years ago. Let's just say that. And now things are kind of going backwards again. And as far as civil rights arena and perception of equality. But I don't game anymore. Once Marty turned 18, I didn't want Marty involved with that scene. But now that they're much older than that, we're giving it a try. So that's how that's going. Thank you so much. Good to see you. But anyway, maybe I'll bring those muffins and a cup of coffee one morning and taste test this because I'll do a short on this. And I've got still photos that I'm going to put on my Facebook group called Old Monday. Here's the bag. The cashier was so cute. He's like, I just looked at him after, he gave me my change, my receipt, everything, and I just looked at him and blinked, and he said, "You want a bag?" And I'm like, "Yes, I want a bag. And if I bought something in a box, I'd want a box to put it in." You know me. So, anyway. But they are having, oh my goodness, I don't have my purse with me. But they are having this thing. They're having an RPG day. I think it's the June 21st or 22nd. I think it's the 21st. It's on a Saturday. We went to Comic Book Day, and we got 5 free comic books each. And I've got a short on that's going to air soon. Man, that Libre just keeps bugging me. But anyway, on the 21st, which is a Saturday, we'll be there for RPG Day too. But they have this sheet where you roll up die. Good morning, Red Arrows. Regina, how you doing? I ordered from Regina these Mardi Gras beads, and I think they were like the whole auction. She was at Johnny K. Henry's Reseller. Her whole segment, I just bought one $2 bag of Mardi Gras beads, and I haven't got an invoice. Are you waiting for me to go to your next auction to invoice me? But anyway, let me know. Or if you don't want to say in chat, go ahead and send me an email. But I was waiting for that invoice because, even though, Mardi Gras is not till next February, I just, we might want to have a summer party with Mardi Gras beads around here. But, because that happens. But anyway, I was just thinking when I saw all those Mardi Gras beads, I wondered if you had ordered them in bulk or, if you'd walked around, earning Mardi Gras beads in New Orleans like some women do. I thought, wow. But 20 years ago, I had a Plymouth Breeze. It was gold. And I had this Volkswagen Fox, and I had 200,000 miles, or was nearing 200,000 miles on that Volkswagen Fox, and I had bought it before I moved to Florida, and it was a stick shift, and I loved that little car, but the paint had suffered some damage from a family member. I just won't say any more than that, but it ran really well. But when it did break down, since it was German, the parts were very expensive for it. And at the time, I remember that I did most of my mechanical work, which was wonderful. And so that family member said, I was commuting a lot that year, and they were just like, oh, I'm going to have to spend a lot of time working on that car. So, what they did was they went down. Uh, we live really near a lot of car dealerships in Jacksonville. So they went down and bought me a Plymouth Breeze and brought it to my place and said, here's you a car. I bought it for you. But he wanted the Volkswagen Fox. So he didn't really give me a car. He traded me. But he traded me because a Plymouth Breeze, the parts were easier to get and much less expensive. And he was kind of just saving himself a lot of time, too. I mean, it was very, very wonderful of him to do all those things for me. But it didn't give me a choice. The thing is, actually, it was my father. And he was an older white man that had lived in a rural setting for most of his life. And for my next birthday, he bought something for the car. Oh, you gotten a lot of beads at auction. Wow. I need to go to those auctions. Oh, okay. You sent out the invoice today. Okay, cool. But anyway, he was, I loved him dearly, and he was just a wonderful person, wonderful father. But for my birthday, which, he started buying stuff for the car, not for me, because it was like he gave it to me. He traded my Fox for it, but then it was just like he did things for the car instead of for me at that point. Of course, it was my car, so therefore he was doing it for me. But anyway, long story short, he bought me spinners. And he didn't realize that spinners were kind of a minority thing, that. So anyway, I ended up with this Mardi Gras necklace with this big purple heart at the end. So I was going down the road in my gold car with spinners, and these young men would pass me with this Mardi Gras necklace on my mirror. And I didn't know what road flirting was. I mean, I knew that spinners were mainly put on cars here in Jacksonville by African American people and Latino people. And, my father was oblivious to that, which was hilarious in itself. And he just liked them. He always liked white walls. So he was doing stuff to my car that I guess mom wouldn't let him do to her car. It was so funny. I was going down Beach Boulevard one day. I was going to a D&D game, and this young man passed me. He was like 20 years younger than me. And he moved up, and I had that day, I hadn't done my hair, hadn't done my makeup. I don't know, who am I talking about? I don't normally do those things anyway. But it was just a normal day, and I had on a floral blouse, and I had my glasses on. And, it's getting a little bit of gray in my hair. And this guy passes me. He's like college age or maybe younger. I don't know. But he sees the beads. He sees the Mardi Gras beads with the big heart. And he sees the spinners and he sees the gold car. And he sees the long hair. And he comes up and passes me. And I knew exactly what he was doing before he got up there. I could see in my rearview mirror, and I could see him looking, And when he got up there, and I turned and I looked, and I just scowled at him like an old woman. It's amazing he didn't wreck his car. But, it was fun. It was just like, well, I'm being culturally inappropriate today. I might as well, make the juxtaposition a little bit more funny. But it's just like, I called my brother. He lived in California at the time. I said, Dad put spinners on the Breeze. And he immediately laughed. I mean, it was just immediately obvious why it was funny. But, life in the big city. But anyway, I thought I had nothing to talk about, and here we are, 45 minutes in, and I just had so much fun talking to you guys. I really appreciate all of you coming and listening to me carry on about life and reselling, and hopefully I'll see some of you tomorrow at Two Old Guys Vintage and Resale. I'm on at 1 o'clock selling, well, stuff. Whatever, and some of it will be fall themed, some of it won't. And you all have a wonderful and blessed day. And no too